Hello, welcome to the Runners Real Talk. This used to be a channel where we dug into different content creators and the lives of them and how it affected their mental health. I am deciding to change this. This is now going to be 1 Minute Mental. And 1 Minute Mental is a thing I've started doing on TikTok, on YouTube throughout the week. I record 1 minute where I just talk about mental health and I upload it. And today we are going to look at the last 7 days, dig a little bit deeper into them, and then go from there. So, what we're going to start with is day number 1. If you see me do this a lot, it's because this year is kind of iffy, so it's just better if I just use the right one. So, don't worry, it's fine. But you will likely see this a lot. If you're listening only audio, I took off my headphone off my left ear. Sorry. Hello, welcome to 1 Minute Mental. Today I kind of had a different idea for what I was going to do. Usually I try and make different kind of content. Usually it's in a room or in an office, but I
where it all began,
I'm gonna start
chat.
something new for you guys
Chat?
and for me
Yeah,
personally,
chat.
because hey, I enjoy a challenge, and I figured this might be good for me and other people. So, 1 Minute Mental. That's what this channel is going to be. This is essentially going to be me every day. I'm going to post a TikTok and a short. It's going to be talking about mental health for 1 minute. So today, since I'm running out of time, we're going to talk about mistakes. So something I've had to learn recently is that mistakes are not your definition. Your mistakes don't define you as who you are. Your mistakes are simply the stepping stones to push you into the person you're supposed to become. So if you don't make mistakes, you're never going to grow. So don't see mistakes as a problem or you as the problem. See the mistakes as a learning opportunity and a growing choice. Thank you. See you tomorrow. I did really good there. Damn. I don't know what else to dig into from that because, yeah, your mistakes are not your definition. So everybody makes mistakes and everybody has to make mistakes. Your mistake does not say this is who you are or this is where I am. This is where I'm stopping my journey. Your mistake is simply a spot on or a mark in your book. It is just a comma instead of a brand new chapter, if that makes sense. Your mistake should not be something that stops you or slows you down. It should be something that builds you up and pushes you forward. It should be something that helps you grow and learn. If your mistakes are simply something that stop you, you're not learning how to use the mistakes you've made and grow from those mistakes. So when you make a mistake, don't say, oh, I made the mistake, I messed up here. Look at the mistake and look what you did. If you have to apologize, go say, yes, I'm sorry, I apologize. Leave it at that. You don't have to go back every 2 days saying, I'm sorry for this that I did like 2 years ago, or something like that. You don't have to go back. As soon as you say, I'm sorry, it's in the past. Take the lesson from it, but leave it in the past. That's something that I had to talk with a couple people about the other day, actually, leaving the past behind. Because they said their mistakes, they've made too many mistakes, they don't deserve love, it doesn't matter anymore. And as I was sitting with them and talking to them, it just kept coming, and it said, your mistakes are learning. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're dying. You have to keep growing and leave the past behind. Your mistakes are a comma or a period in your story, in the book of life you're writing. You are the author. It is just a simple comma or a period. It is not the end. It is simply the end of a paragraph, but it is not the end of the book. You gotta leave it in the past and let it go. That's the same one. That's what I got for mistakes. Hello. Mistakes are, if you don't use a mistake as a learning opportunity, you're not actually doing yourself any favors or learning from it. So essentially, you're just making a mistake, but you're not being able to learn from it and use it in a way that will help you in the end. Good. Now,
I'm terrified.
I forgot that I did that. Let's head to day 2. Welcome back to 1 Minute Mental.
Yesterday we talked a little bit about how your mistakes are not your definition. Today we're going to talk about your definition and what that actually is. Your definition is not your trauma, your past, the mistakes you've made. It is not all these different things that people say you are. Your definition is your perception of yourself. So what do you perceive yourself as, and how you look at yourself will change the way you define yourself. If you wake up in the morning and say, I'm not good, I suck, I'm useless, how could I ever be worthy of love? You will see yourself as useless and unlovable. If you wake up, look in that mirror and say, hello gorgeous, we are going to crush today. We are loved and we are valued. You're going to change your definition of yourself. You're going to change the way you see yourself, and you're going to change your life. See you in a minute.
So, I would also like to point out, all of these things that I talk about are things I go through as well. So I am not immune from this. I have learned recently that my perception of myself is actually very, very toxic towards myself and very bad. So I used to, and I'm making a conscious effort to change this. See myself as a failure, or flawed, or damaged, broken. And I love my fiance. She's amazing. She's the only reason that I'm doing this right now. Because she kicked me into gear and said, Sam, you need to change this because otherwise you're going to die or you're going to fail. Because your perception is what you see yourself as. That part she didn't tell me, but that's what clicked in my head when she was talking to me. Your mistakes are not your definition. Your definition is your perception of yourself, and your perception of yourself changes. So what is the perception of yourself that you need to have? So for that, we're going to look at perception. What is your perception? Or what is perception? I actually did a word study on this because I was so intrigued by this. I dug in a little bit deeper because that's what this podcast is supposed to be. Perception is the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something. So, your perception is how you see yourself. It is how you are aware of yourself. It is how your brain detects and processes things. Your perception of yourself, if you say you're ugly, you're unloved, like I said in this, that's what you're going to believe. You're never going to believe that you are lovable and you are worthy, which is something that we all need because we are all worth loving. I know you may not believe it now, but I'm going to issue a challenge. First episode podcast. I will come back to this on episode 25 or something like that, okay? First episode of the podcast. And hold me to this, because I'm going to do it too. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, say, I am amazing, I am worthy of love, and I am talented. I am going to crush today. Say those 4 things. You can add I'm handsome or gorgeous as a 5th if you want. I personally won't add that one because I already know I'm handsome. That's jokes. I'm kidding. But I will add, see, there it is. My self-perception right there. I say I'm kidding, but yeah, because I don't see myself as handsome or gorgeous, which I'm going to add that to number 5. So yeah, that's going to be the challenge. Change the way you see yourself. Say, I am worthy of love. I am amazing. I am talented. Whatever 5 I said before, I forget what the 4th one was. But whatever. Oh, I'm going to crush today. And I am handsome and or gorgeous. Whichever one you are. Say that every day when you wake up. Look in the mirror. Look yourself dead in the eyes. And say those things. At first, it's going to feel like a chore and bothersome. And then eventually you're going to start to see yourself as it. Because you're starting to get in the habit of changing your perception and changing the way you see yourself. And as soon as you change the way you see yourself, you change your outlook. And we're going to go right into number 3 with that, because I remember what number 3 was. Number 3 was negative thoughts, if memory serves. So, number 3 was negative thoughts. I'm probably going to scroll down and get it if I had to guess. No, that's day 1. Hold on, scroll up. No, I can't scroll up again. Hold on.
I'm terrified.
Ugh. I forgot that plays every time. There, day 3. Negative thoughts. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to 1 Minute Mental. Today we're talking about the negative thoughts and the intrusive thoughts that come with trying to change your perception of yourself, and the definition of yourself. So I said on Monday, or day 1, that the mistakes that you've made do not define you. Your mistakes are not your definition. However, they will push back into your mind when you say, I am not my mistakes. They will say, yeah, you're not your mistakes, but you made a mistake. So that means you screwed up. You're a screw up. You're a failure. And that's how your brain's going to follow. Because that's the negative patterns that most people's definition has been ingrained in for so long. So you have to fight the negative thoughts and fight the negative patterns that you're in and break the cycle. You have to change your perception and change your thought. We'll talk about thought life tomorrow. See y'all in a minute.
So, like I said there, your negative thoughts will come in as soon as you start to change your perception. So at first, when you say these 5 things are going to probably come up a lot in the next set of weeks. Those 5 things: I am loved, I am amazing, I am talented, I got this, I am handsome / gorgeous. Those 5 are going to come up a lot in the next couple weeks. Because those are positive thoughts that are going to be attacked. Because the negative ones, because of how long we've been in the cycle of, oh, I'm not worthy, I'm not worth it, I'm not lovable, I'm a failure, I've made a mistake and I can never recover from it, because that is how our brains are functioned and how we've been ingrained for so long. That is what is rooted in us. We need to change that. We need to go from the negative, destructive, intrusive thoughts and focus on these 5. Those 5 are going to change your life. They're going to change the way you think, and that's going to change your day. As soon as you change your perception, it changes your emotions. Your negative thoughts will never be greater than the positive ones, because the negative ones will destroy... Oh! I have my mic arm. Sorry, guys. The negative thoughts will destroy what the positive ones are trying to do. So as soon as you start focusing on the positive, you change your perception, which changes your definition of yourself, and you change your life. Enough with the negative, let's move on to the positive thoughts, because that one hit hard. At least for me, this next one hit hella hard. While I was recording it. Absolutely love my cameraman for this. He decided to pop in for this. Day 4.
Hi, welcome back to 1 Minute Mental. Initially we talked about the negative thoughts and intrusive thoughts. Today we're going to talk about your thought life and how that affects you. So, something a lot of people don't know is that in your mind, your thought life is directly linked to your emotions. So, if you have negative thoughts coming and flooding your mind, you're going to have negative emotions. You're going to be sad, depressed, upset in your day-to-day life. You're not going to be happy. However,
and for those of you questioning, I am going to put the video up.
Positive in each day. The positive thoughts say like, hey, the sun is flipping gorgeous today, right? Look at that sun. Love my cameraman. The sun is gorgeous today. Or something small, something positive is going to change the way you look at yourself, and it's going to change your outlook for the day. So, if you change the way your outlook is on the day, it's going to make you happy. And I'll see you in a minute.
So, like I said here, the positive thoughts are going to change your outlook. That's why you got to focus on those 5. Focus on those 5. Those 5 positive things about yourself is going to change your self-perception. But it doesn't hurt in each and every day to focus on something else positive that comes up. Like the way the sun is shining. A random flower that's blooming. Just something. Heck, the grass looks green today. That driver waved at me. Just the little things in life. My coffee was good this morning. Like the tiny little things that'll boost the positivity in you. Because that little boost of positive will help you focus on these 5 and help fight the negative thoughts that are coming to destroy them. And this is not going to be I'm going to say it and I'll just start believing it. No, this is going to be a fight. They say in life, nothing good comes without conflict. And conflict is essential for growth. I know that sounds mean, it sounds bad, but if you're not in conflict and you're not having, iron sharpens iron or steel sharpens steel, I believe the quote is, if you're not colliding with something, you are not getting enhanced. There's always going to be a battle. There's always going to be a struggle. There's always going to be the wind of life pushing against you. We'll get into that in a little bit. You have to keep focusing on the positive. Look for the little things. The little things that make your day better. The people in your life. The ones you go to when you're down in the dumps. The smiles that they bring. Go to the friend group. That's number 5.
I'm terrified.
Welcome back to Motivation. Yesterday we talked a little bit about your positive thinking. And
That's number 6.
And the negative thoughts. How your thought life is directly connected to your emotional life. So, I personally have been going through a couple things.
Before we go any further on this one, I want to dig into that a little bit because I just completely skipped that in my ranting. I apologize. Your thought life is directly linked to your emotional life, which means that if you focus on the negative thoughts, you're going to feel depressed and sad and anxious. If you look at it, those people who focus on the negative thoughts, there was a study of this done by Harvard. I think I read this probably 2-3 months ago, so don't quote me exactly on this, but there was a study shown that those who have negative thoughts and negative tendencies and have a bad self-image of themselves have a higher anxiety rate, higher panic attack rate, and are more likely to have heart attacks. So they say, your thought life affects your emotional life, and your emotional life affects your physical life. Notice how that works? Everything is connected. And you can change all of it. You can change all of it in those 5. We're going to call them the 5 F's of positive. Or the 5 P's of positivity. Let's go with that. Because each one has its own unique aspect. And when it comes to the emotional side of things, I am loved. Your heart needs to be loved. Your emotions need to be loved. You need to feel wanted and needed, which is loved. You need to feel loved in order to grow and to feel like yourself. You can grow out of a place of unlove. However, if you don't love yourself and don't learn to love yourself, any growth that you make is going to grow to a height and it's going to just start dying slowly. Number 2, you are amazing. That's to boost your self-confidence and your view of yourself. Because if you say, I am the worst at this, I suck, I am garbage, you just compared yourself to 4-day-old tacos that somebody threw out because they didn't want to finish them. Like, you understand what I'm saying here? You're putting your perception of yourself and your view of yourself down in a place of utter and complete trash. Number 3, you are talented. Talent means you are skilled in an area that other people aren't. I don't recognize my talents. Like, I don't see them myself. Someone says, oh, you do this really well, and I'm like, cool, but anybody can learn to do that. Yeah, but you didn't get taught it. You just know. Like, building PCs. I point at my PC. Building PCs. I can do that. I didn't have anybody teach me. I didn't have any prior knowledge before I started. I literally got the parts, assembled it, and started it. And people are like, you're talented with electronics and stuff like that. And I never noticed because in my mind, that's something everybody can do. It's something I didn't realize was a talent. But that talent is a skill you have that other people don't. Or it doesn't realize that it's something that you do better than the average person should. That is a talent. Look for those, find those, and focus on them, because they will help give you positive energy, and they will give you something to focus on to counter the negative thoughts and distract your brain from focusing on them. So find that talent. Number 4. What was number 4 again? Why can I not remember number 4? You are loved. You are amazing. You are talented. I can't remember number 4. But either way, whatever number 4 was, that was. It'll come back to me at some point. And number 5 was you are handsome/gorgeous. This will boost your self-confidence again, your ego, and it will make you have a brighter face. People can see your emotional health on you. I never wanted to believe this, but people can tell. If they look at the face, look at the eyes, the cheekbones, you can usually tell how someone is feeling in probably 10 to 30 seconds. If you're good at reading people. If not, it might take you a minute or 2. But again, that's talent. Learn it. It's a very useful talent. I use it a lot. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Look at the cheekbones. If they're sunken or sad, you can tell almost immediately. And it'll tell you their emotions and what they're thinking about. Okay. That's my rant on emotions and physical connectivity. So focus on the positive, because positive thoughts and positive reinforcement will push you away from the negative, help you focus on the positive, which will increase your emotional health, make you happy, smile more, get rid of your depression and anxiety. Like, it'll just boost your life, and that will increase in turn boost your livelihood and your survival. Let's keep going on it.
Wow, that have made my mental not be in this super happy, positive place. I've had a lot of negative thoughts recently, but every day, instead of focusing on the negative, I've decided, you know what? Let's look for the positive. Let's look for that one little thing that makes me smile.
Focus on the little
So,
things.
like, the sun is green. The sun is green. The sun is green. No, the sun is shining. The grass is green. Flowers are blooming.
And if you can't find anything positive to in your day, come laugh at my stupidity. Come laugh at me completely screwing up a sentence, because that's funny. That's good. That's positive. Laugh at that, because that'll give you joy. That'll boost your day. Okay.
Something is still good within the world, and there are still good people in it. Look for those people that will help you see the positive and help you grow in the positive. I'll see y'all in a minute.
Okay, that's day 5. But yeah, focus on the little things, the little positives, the small things that boost you and help you grow. Those little things will change the way you see your world and the day that you're having. It'll completely shift it and alter it, because it's such a big effect and such a difference. You don't even know how much that little thing, that tiny little positive, like buying somebody's coffee. I love this story. I have it and I used it a lot. I love going through drive-thrus or like into stores and buying stuff for the person behind me. It's easier in drive-thrus. It's so much easier in drive-thrus. And recently I did it at a Timmy's. I'm Canadian, so Tim Hortons. Love Tim Hortons. Great place. And as I was going through, I said, you know what? I'll get the guy behind me too. Okay, sure. We can start this train. And I paid for his coffee and a donut, I think it was. And I think it was like $6 something or something. I don't know. But either way, he got it, and I was still about to leave the lot. And I looked in the mirror, and he just thumbs up, grabbed his stuff, and he started crying. And I'm like, I just made that man's day. Either that or I broke him emotionally, because sometimes that small little act of positivity, that small little act of love, is all that someone needs in a day. That completely shifts a day, just like that. So be that little positive, be that little bit of love, and keep growing. Never stop growing.
Hello, welcome back to 1 Minute Mental. Yesterday we talked about the positive thinking and the positive.
I picked some
thinking
damn
so
good
far
background
every day.
music.
And I've been getting text messages after these things go up saying, how do you look for the positive in every day? What is the thing you do to search for that? Yesterday I said look for the people that show you the positive and help you see it. So, for me personally, I have a friend group. And
We
that
talked a
friend
little
group
bit
is
about
who I
this
go
before.
to when I'm
Little bit
feeling
about
sad
this.
or upset. I just sit with them. I don't talk. I just sit in a call, silently or in person, just sit there and listen. Because the joy they have and the humor they spread, it'll help boost the way you see the world and change your mindset and your view of your situation. So look for a positive friend group and people that will support and uplift you. If you can find those people, you're going in the right direction. See you in a minute.
Damn, Passme was smart. Passme did some good stuff. But, like he said, search for those people that will bring the positive into your day. Find yourself a friend group that'll keep you positive and that you can go to when you're not in that great mental state, in looking at the negative thoughts, and they'll say, hey, give you a quick flick on the forehead like I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flick you in the forehead if you do that. Look for the positive. Look at the little things. Make you laugh. Make you realize there's still joy. There's humor. There's goodness. Look for that positive spark again. If you find friends like that, you're already going in the right direction, because those friends will help boost you as a person and help you learn and grow. I think that's about all I need to say on that one, because we've kind of dug into the rest of it already. Now, this one's gonna hurt, because I got stuff for this one. This one's gonna dig.
Hello, welcome back to 1 Minute Mental. Today, I was looking around for different positive things, stuff like that, and I saw a quote. It is a set of sails that determines your direction, not the way the wind is going. And that made me start thinking. The way the wind is going means that if a storm comes or winds blow hard, difficulty of time, stuff like that happens, it's not going to be this major thing that's going to push you off the course that you've set for yourself. So my question now is, where are your sails pointing? What are you aiming at, and what are you looking for? Because that's going to change everything. If your direction is good, your sails are going to be aligned. So, how are your sails pointing, and what is the direction you're taking? A little bit more of a thought-provoking day.
I kind of want to dig back through this piece by piece. I'll have to go to TikTok for that and go to this one. But yeah. Just because YouTube Shorts don't allow you to kind of maneuver it or move it. Oh, that's our thing.
Hello.
We're gonna go question by question.
Except for yourself. So my question now is, where are your sails pointing?
Where are your sails pointing? So, if you point your sails in the right direction, okay, let's use, I love ships. I love the sea. The sea is a great place. It's one of my favorite analogies to use and one of my favorite objects to use the lesson. So your sails on a ship gather wind and push you in the right direction, right? So where are they pointing? If your sail is pointing in the right direction, it doesn't matter where the wind's coming from or how it's hitting your boat. That wind is not going to push you backwards. It may push you a little bit to the side, and you'll have to do a tic-tac pattern or a strafe pattern to get back on the correct path, the right direction. But it will never push you straight backwards. And if it is, that's a crazy ass storm, and I mad respect Mother Nature for doing it. But that's an actual boat. In this analogy, your sails and the wind of life will never push you straight back. Life may knock you down, push you over, but it will never push you backwards because you've hit a learning point. The further forward you go in your direction, you have your sails set up so that you can use the knowledge you've learned in the past to push yourself forward. That knowledge and the lessons you've learned are going to keep you from going straight backwards. They're going to be like an anchor, except you're going to keep going forwards. They're going to be the sail pushing you sideways instead of straight back, because you no longer need this lesson. You've learned this lesson. Your time here is done. Move on. Keep going. Keep following the sails, because the wind won't push you back straight. It'll push you into another lesson that you need to learn. Life is a series of lessons. I've learned this the hard way. Learned. There's going to be a lot of that. Life is a series of lessons. And you have to learn how to take the lessons that life throws at you and, well, use them. Grow from them. Because life is not fair. Let's be honest here. Life is never fair. But you have to take the lessons it teaches you and grow.
What are you aiming at, and what are you looking?
What are you aiming at? The thing you're aiming at should be your goals, the things you want to achieve in your life. So I'm going to wrap this up because I've been talking for a long time, I'm realizing. Where are you aimed? What is your goal? And I would love to see some feedback, some comments on this. Like a yes to the 5 P's of positivity. If you're doing those 5 with me, I would love to see a comment. I will hold you accountable. But what is your goal? What is it you hope to achieve? Where is your passion and what are you sailing towards? I'm going to leave you on that. Think about it, and we'll talk about it some more next week. This has been the Run Nose Real Talk. I'll see y'all in a minute.